Right here we have the rules of scientific diagrams. You're going to be taking notes on the page with a big table, and you're only going to have to write what's in the boxes. You're not writing everything on here. Then at the end, you're going to draw four pictures on the other page with the big four circles. So let's get started. Let's talk about scientific diagrams or scientific drawings. The rules of a scientific diagram: each diagram must include the following: title, magnification, date, detail, labels, and be drawn on blank paper. You do need to draw in pencil first, and then any color will be added after it's drawn. Now this is asking, why am I so picky? This is anyone. If you look at a drawing and it's not got a title, it's not been labeled, you don't know the magnification, if it's the actual size or not, you have no clue what's going on. So like if you look at this picture, what is it? It could be any of these things. So diagrams must be very descriptive and require many components in order to be properly understood. So again, these are the 5 important things. This is what you're going to take notes on. So diagram needs a title. This is the why. So you're writing this in the box beside title. It's to tell the viewer what the diagram is representing, what you are drawing, or what has been drawn. At this point, if you need to pause to finish copying that, you can, and I'm moving on. Also, on a scientific diagram or drawing, you need to list the magnification of the object. This tells the viewer how many times the object has been blown up or magnified in size. Now, when looking through a microscope, the ones that we have will either, the objectives are 4 times, 10 times, or 40 times. So with the ocular lens in the eyepiece, which is 10 times, and one of the objectives, you could get it magnified as much as 400 times. If you take the 10 times the 40, then you've magnified the object 40 times. Many microscopes go higher than this. Pause if you need to. Diagrams need a date. This tells the viewer what day the diagram was drawn on. Diagrams need labels. This tells the viewer what each part of the diagram is. You would draw lines to the different parts. Like if you're drawing cells, you would draw a line maybe to the nucleus or the cell membrane, cytoplasm, things like that. So you draw and label the pieces and parts of what you are drawing on your diagram. So this is important. Diagram needs detail. This is used to show contours and textures between different parts. This would be for like shadowing, making it look more 3D instead of just flat. If something is fuzzy, you could draw it in a way that it looks fuzzy versus smooth. If it has any type of texture, things like that, you need to add a little detail. Also, you don't use your colored pencils when drawing. You need to draw with pencil first, then you go over it with colored pencils. And colored pencils only. We're not going to use markers when we do our diagrams. All right, so I will not accept any diagram that does not follow these guidelines. So again, when you're looking at this, you need to have all the parts labeled so we know what in the world this is. Is it a frying egg? Well, if it is, then you would label the egg white and the yolk. And this again is just showing you the biological drawings and all the parts that you need, like the magnification, the name, it's labeled, and it's drawn nicely. All right, so What you're going to do in one of your first circles on the second page, you're going to draw these red blood cells. These are human red blood cells, so that's the title. It tells you that they were viewed at a magnification of 1,000 times. That's your magnification. They were observed on November 17, 2020. So there's your date. As far as labeling, you don't have to worry about labeling the parts. We have not learned these parts yet. Just draw what you see, how you see it. Remember, look at this. We got some areas that are lighter. You'd have more shading on the outside to show that these are 3D. So you're going to draw this along with the other three on the next page. And I have uploaded this slideshow to help you do this instead of watching the video.